Welcome to today's special podcast, where we delve into the latest developments in the Gaza Strip as of April 7, 2025. The region is experiencing significant escalations in military operations and a deepening humanitarian crisis. In this episode, we'll cover the recent Israeli military actions, the establishment of new security corridors, the impact on civilians, international responses, and the ongoing humanitarian challenges. 1. Intensified Israeli military operations. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, have launched a new phase in their ground operations within the Gaza Strip. In the Shujaiya neighborhood of Gaza City, Israeli troops have engaged in intense combat, resulting in the deaths of multiple Hamas militants and the destruction of key command centers. This offensive aims to dismantle Hamas's military infrastructure and secure the release of hostages. 2. Establishment of the Morag Corridor. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced the creation of the Morag Corridor, a new security zone in southern Gaza. This corridor is designed to isolate the city of Rafah from the rest of the Gaza Strip, further fragmenting the territory. Netanyahu stated that this move is intended to increase pressure on Hamas to release hostages and surrender control. 3. Civilian casualties and humanitarian impact. The recent military actions have led to a significant number of civilian casualties. Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 32 Palestinians, including over a dozen women and children. Residential buildings and makeshift shelters housing displaced families have been targeted, exacerbating the humanitarian crisis. Additionally, the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, reports that over 1 million children in Gaza have been without essential humanitarian aid for more than a month due to blocked supply routes. This has resulted in severe shortages of food, water, and medical supplies, putting countless lives at risk. For international responses and calls for ceasefire, French President Emmanuel Macron has announced a summit in Cairo, in collaboration with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Jordanian King Abdullah II, to address the ongoing conflict and seek a ceasefire. Macron emphasized the urgency of halting the violence and delivering humanitarian aid to Gaza. Meanwhile, Australia has joined international calls for an independent investigation into the deaths of aid workers in Gaza, including a United Nations employee and 8 Palestinian Red Crescent Society medics. Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong stressed the need for accountability and adherence to international humanitarian law. 5. Protests and solidarity movements. In response to the escalating conflict, the National and Islamic forces in Palestine have declared a general strike across all of Palestine on April 7, 2025. This action aims to protest the ongoing Israeli military operations and garner international attention to the plight of Palestinians in Gaza. Additionally, pro-Palestinian protests are scheduled outside the United Nations headquarters to mark 18 months since the onset of the Gaza conflict, reflecting global solidarity with the Palestinian cause. The situation in Gaza remains dire, with intensified military operations leading to increased civilian casualties and a worsening humanitarian crisis. International efforts are underway to mediate a ceasefire and address the urgent needs of the affected population. As the conflict continues, the global community watches closely, hoping for a resolution that brings peace and relief to the people of Gaza. Thank you for tuning in to this special update. Stay informed, and let's keep the people of Gaza in our thoughts during these challenging times.